Why, hello there. Welcome to my little channel here on the interwebs. That's right. Apparently, I need to be a little bit more clear when I make videos. So this is going to be the Twitter poll I did this Monday. The results. There's about 14 hours left on it, but I'm not going to make a video tomorrow because I'm going camping. That's right, I'm going camping. For those people that say that you can't last a couple of days in the wilderness, I've gone a couple of days in the wilderness. Out on my properties with nothing but a cooler, some water, and of course some food. It's very easy to do. I mean, extremely easy to do. Break out a hammock, enjoy life, relaxation, all that good stuff. Anyways, let's go ahead and check out my poll here. 73 people have voted. Thank you very much. Only 2 people have commented on. I mean, I gotta work with what I gotta work with. According to this person, impossible to say without more evidence. Looks bad for him in one report, which says they left together for a camping trip and returned, but she didn't. Sounds suspicious, but also suspicious that he left on another camping trip only to be reported loss. His lawyer's statement about intimate partners being suspect also seems to be plausible modification for his disappearance. However, I firmly believe that an innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, public opinion should mean nothing. I made several Twitter responses pretty much echoing this, and that's what I was trying to echo yesterday in yesterday's video. I cannot believe for a second that he would do anything crazy after being literally on the cops' radar after the pullover incident. There's a lot of speculation on this story. I hope you're able to get answers for most of the questions. Now, of course, excuse me. This is my video of yesterday. 53 people have seen it. One person's thumbed up it. Nobody's thumbed down it. According to this person, is this some type of parody video? I don't get it. He's clearly labeled a suspect. You're like 2 days behind reality, buddy. What do you expect people to think when someone acts like this? Remember, he's still innocent under the rule of law. We have due process, but people tend to forget that. Due process, huh? The title of your video, Ryan Laundrie is innocent. And of course, ha ha ha. And of course, I had this up. And unfortunately, I won't be able to view his entire one on this one, but it says, "You're the most distasteful person out there. Would you go out of your way to prove Osama bin Laden wasn't part of 9/11 attacks before it was proven?" I don't know. Might have. I mean, we fought 2 wars over him. Well, maybe not over him, but he was the excuse to go into Afghanistan and kind of the precursor to go into Iraq. So I don't know. I mean, he kind of took credit for it as well. I mean, the cases aren't similar. Bin Laden took credit for 9/11 attacks, so I probably wouldn't have. But back to what I was trying to say is due process. Constitution states only one command twice. The Fifth Amendment says the federal government that no one shall be deprived of life, liberty, and property without due process of the law. The 14th Amendment, ratified in 1868, to use the same 11 words, called for due process clause to describe the legal obligation of all states. These words have their central promise of assurance at all levels of American government must operate within the law, legality to provide fair process or procedures. Most of this is essay concerns that promise. We should briefly note, however, 3 uses of these words have in American constitutional law: incorporation, the Fifth Amendment refers to due process only that many promises of protection of the Bill of Rights gives citizens against the federal government. Originally, these promises had no applications at all against the state. See Barron versus City of Baltimore. However, the attitude faded in Chicago, Brotherton and Quincy Railroad Company versus the City of Chicago, when these courts incorporated the Fifth Amendment, taking cause the middle of the 12th century. A series of the Supreme Court decisions found that due process clause incorporated the most important elements of the Bill of Rights and made them applicable to the states. The Bill of Rights were guaranteed as incorporated in the due process required the 14th Amendment. States federal obligation or state and federal obligations to the exact same. And of course, this has the a person born or naturalized in the United States is subject to jurisdiction, therefore are citizens of the United States. Yeah, we get that. I mean, this is the actual the 14th Amendment, I believe. But of course, we got this one, the Legal Information of Institute, Cornell EDU. They're actually both EDU, Cornell EDU. Presumptions of innocence. The presumptions of innocence means that any defendant of criminal trial assumes to be innocent until they have been proven guilty, such as a prosecutor is required to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that a person has committed a crime, and if the person is to be convicted, to do so, proof must show every single element of the crime. That being said, the presumptions of innocence does not guarantee the person will remain free until their trial has occurred. In some circumstances, a person can be held in custody. The presumption of innocence is not guaranteed in the U.S. Constitution. However, throughout the statute of court decisions, such as the state, or not the state, but the U.S. Supreme Court versus Tyler versus Kentucky, has been recognized as one of the most basic requirements of a fair trial. Last updated August 20 by the WEX definition team. Now it's a rather short description, and this is pretty much where I was getting at when I say that the Brian Laundrie was innocent, as in through the legal term of the sentence. He has not been charged with a crime. Last I've heard, he's still a person of interest. Now he is the only person of interest, and there's people out there that says you can still be a person of interest and still be the only suspect, which I agree. I mean, I don't know why the cops are not labeling him a suspect. I don't understand why the FBI is not labeling him a suspect at this time, but he's still not labeled a suspect, and maybe for legal reasons. I think once the legal reasons come, I think a couple of people looked into it. I haven't really read up onto it because I was at work all day, but I think there's going to be some legal hurdles by labeling him the sole suspect, that they're not ready to give over the information that they have, and at that time they would have to give over information, and I think they're not ready. I think that's probably the big determination. Now, I'm not saying that he was actually innocent, that he was just innocent under the law as it is determined that I pointed out. Hopefully that answers that question. But back to the question, distasteful maybe. But I have nothing else to report on. I have no other comment or editing video or any topic covering, because I am interested in this story. I'm interested in how it's going to end. We know how it began to a certain extent with the traffic stop. We know about the altercation at the restaurant, allegedly altercation at the restaurant. We have a dead body. We have a fiance that came home with her van. So, of course, it's very interesting, and we're all trying to make sense of it. With that being said, leave a comment down below. Smash the like and subscribe button if you found this anywhere informational or a better understanding where I was trying to come from. But most importantly, have yourself a wonderful day, morning, and evening, and hopefully Brian Laundrie is caught alive to answer questions that Gabby's family desperately needs to be answered.